Canto 2. Summary. Dante, now washed and ready for the mountain, follows Virgil along the shore of the sea as they look for a place to climb. Standing on the edge of the water, Dante sees a bright light off in the distance. As it draws near, speeding fast over the waves, Virgil sees it is an angel, and they bow low in reverence. The angel is acting as ferryman, bringing souls from the Tiber River to the mountain. As they fly over the brightening waters, they sing In exitu Israel de Egipto, the first line of Psalm 114, which, translated, means, When Israel came out of Egypt. These are the redeemed, who have come to the end of their exile and are coming to the first steps of the Promised Land. As the passengers disembark, Dante recognizes his old friend Casella. Casella used to sing the lyrics Dante himself wrote in his younger days. He asks his friend to sing him a song now, which he does. Everyone is entranced by the loveliness of the music, including Virgil, until Cato appears and scolds them for their lack of urgency. Like scattered doves, they haste up the mountainside, the pilgrim and his guide in their wake. Canto 2. Sea and Song. By now the sun had joined that horizon whose meridian at its highest point spreads over Jerusalem, and the night, which circles around opposite to him, was withdrawing from Ganges with the scales that hang from her hands when she reigns supreme. In this way, the white and vermilion cheeks of beautiful Aurora, where I was, began to burn orange with the coming day. We were still standing alongside the sea as people considering their course who, with the heart go, but with the body stay. And behold, as when morning approaches and through the heavy mist down in the west, Mars grows red above the plain of the sea, so did a light, oh may I see it again, seem to be coming on the sea so fast that none flying could equal its motion. I had turned my eyes a little from this to question my leader when, once again, I saw it growing bigger and brighter. Then, on each side of it appeared to me a white I did not know, and from beneath, little by little, another shone forth. Even then, my master spoke not a word until the first white wings were appearing. Then he clearly recognized the oarsman, and cried out, Drop, drop down upon your knee. Behold the angel of God. Fold your hands, henceforth you will see such fit officials. See how he holds in contempt human means, such that he needs no oar, nor other sail than his wings, between shores so far apart. See how he has straightened them toward the sky, beating the air with eternal feathers, which will never fall out like mortal hair. Then, as more and more the divine bird came toward us, he appeared more luminous still, so that my eyes could not stand being so close, but I bent them downward. He came ashore with a vessel so swift and so lightweight the water was swallowing none of it. At the stern stood the celestial helmsman, appearing as if blessed by inscription, and more than 100 souls sat within. In exitu Israel de Egipto, they were singing together with one voice, and the rest of the psalm that comes after. He made them the sign of the Holy Cross, at which they threw themselves upon the shore. He went back as swiftly as he had come. The crowd that remained there, strangers, it seemed, to the place, were looking around again and again, as one who surveys new things. On all sides the sun, who with well-aimed shafts had banished Capricorn from the middle of the heavens, was shooting forth the day, when the new people lifted their faces up to us and inquired, If you know how, show us the way to go to the mountain. And Virgil answered, You believe perhaps that we are experienced in this place, but we are pilgrims, as are all of you. We came ahead a little before you by another way, one so harsh and strong, the ascent now will seem to us a game. The souls who had become aware that I was still alive because of my breathing became pale and were filled with amazement. As when people crowd round the messenger who bears the olive branch to hear the news, and no one shows himself shy of the throng, so too those fortunate souls were standing, all of them, gawking at my face, almost forgetting to make themselves beautiful. I saw one of them draw himself forward to embrace me with such great affection that it moved me to do likewise to him. O shades, empty except in appearance. 3 times I clutched at my hands behind him, and thrice I returned with them to my breast. I believe I colored with amazement, at which the shade smiled and drew himself back, and I, following, pressed myself forward. Tenderly, he said that I should stay still. Then I knew who he was, and I pleaded that he stay a little to speak with me. He answered me, "Even as I loved you in the mortal flesh, so I love you free. Thus I remain. But wherefore do you go?" "My Casella, to once more return here where I am, I make this voyage," I said. "But how is so much time taken from you?" And he to me, "None did me injury, if he that takes when and whom he pleases has denied me this passage more than once, for by a just will is his will fashioned. Truly, for 3 months he has borne away whoever wished to enter, with all peace. Wherefore I, having returned to the shore where the Tiber's water becomes salty, was benevolently gathered by him. He has now turned his wing to that outlet, because they always gather themselves there who do not descend to the Acheron." And I, "If new laws take from you neither memory nor practice of the love songs that would quiet me of all my longings, so may it please you to comfort somewhat in that way my soul, which having come here with its body is very much troubled. Love that does reason with me in my mind," he then began so sweetly, the sweetness still resonates with me. My master and I and those people who were with him seemed so contented, as if nothing else weighed on anyone's mind. We were all rapt and attentive to his notes. But behold, the honorable aged one cried out, "What is this, slow spirits? What negligence? What standing by is this? Run to the mount to strip away the slough, the dead skin that keeps God from being made manifest to you." As when the doves, gathering wheat or tares, come together to their feed quietly, without showing their customary pride, and something appears that gives them a fright, they suddenly leave the food standing by, assailed as they are by a greater care. So too I beheld that spirited troop leave off the singing and flee toward the coast, as one goes, not knowing where he will end. Nor was our departing any less prompt.